Hey Bruce, William here with Simply Solar. I wanted to respond to your email in a prompt way with a little bit more a thought process to the answer of why we have not discussed a solar only option. So that's the purpose of this video, to kind of get my thoughts out and articulate that reason. So the reason why we have not discussed a solar only option is because how the utility compensates the excess solar generation. So before I talk about the compensation, let's first talk about the excess generation. So we've designed a solar system based off your electrical needs to ensure that it provides you with the same amount of electricity that your historical data shows, plus a little bit of buffer so we can maybe be a little bit more comfortable in the home. The solar system does not generate electricity while the sun's up. All solar panels are rather poor at producing electricity in ambient sunlight. Really, it's the direct sun, that's when the solar system generates electricity. So because the sun comes east to west, and because we have these fixed roofing planes, generally speaking, there's about a 6-hour window where your solar panels are going to get direct sunlight and pretty much produce all the electricity they're going to produce. So during that 6-hour window, it's enough to generate all the electricity you're going to use over 24 hours. So with that being said, during that 6-hour window, it will generate more electricity than you're able to use at that instance. And if you're not able to use it, that's why we discussed a battery. It's going to store it right on your property. However, if you don't have a battery, it will go to Southern California. And this is called backfeeding the grid. So again, if your solar system generates more electricity than your home is able to use at that very instance, it will backfeed the grid. Now let's talk about the compensation. To put it simply, for every dollar of electricity or dollar equivalent of electricity you give the utility, they're only going to give you a dime, about 9 cents to be accurate. So it's not a fair trade-off. There's a significant negative arbitrage for how much electricity you give them. Think about direct deposit. Would you do direct deposit for every dollar you gave Wells Fargo? They'd only give you a dime back. And so that's the reason for a battery. So if you want to proceed with a solar only option, my recommendation would to downsize the solar system. I originally quoted you 14 panels. I'd probably start off with a 10 panel system. I'll give you a quotation for a 10 and 12 panel system. That's simply because the solar system during that peak window is just going to generate too much electricity. And if you don't have a battery, I don't want you giving electricity to Southern California Edison. Starting with a 10 panel system may be cost effective for your budget, and know that you can always add the battery and the additional panels down the line. So I hope this explanation makes sense. If you have any further questions, give me a call, or in my email signature, you can always schedule a meeting. If I don't hear from you before next week, happy Thanksgiving to you and your family, and wish you all the best. Bye-bye now.